You call to Walgraf. He awaits your queries. With a simple nod, the rogue seems to say, Walgraf sighs and pulls part.
When I was a kid, friends and I used to play source hunters. Neighbour's dog was the sorcerer. Good fun. One day, we saw strangers in the forest. They looked dodgy. Dark robes, big knives. Friends fled, but I followed them. They took a man into a cave, cut his throat, held him over a blue stone. Blood turned it into ruby. I warned the source hunters in the city, caught the cutthroats. Source hunters called me a hero. Bad guys were hung. I witnessed the hanging. Sorcerer spoke a spell before the trapdoor opened. I was mute, just like that. Always wanted to be a source hunter, but source hunters didn't want no mutiny order. Can't blame them. Too bad though, too bad.
The rogue smiles broadly and dramatically produces the quill in question. He holds it aloft for all to admire, then jots down the following words.
Saw a wizard once in the village up north, Hunter's Edge. Wizard had nifty things, brooms that sweep by themselves, big star viewer in the garden. Went into his house by night, found quill by spell books, kept it, never needed ink no more. Hands used to be black as chimney sweeps. Clean now. Clean of ink, that is, not of thievery. Man's got to eat after all.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you have been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who rely on God.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint. So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
So that's what that did.
So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. So, what piece of irrefutable... Perhaps it is you who should explain your presence in my cellar. And the dagger? It's simply a butcher knife used by my late husband to cut meat. He did so love to cook, the dear. What'll you think of next? Accusing me of bashing him over the head with a frying pan? Oh, that horrid tome of ill repute. It isn't mine, it was Jake's. He was a politician, don't you see? Always on the lookout for plotting rivals. Always trying to be one step ahead. Really, I should have thought a source hunter of all people would appreciate my dear husband's sense for survival. But all of it is circumstantial. I've a perfectly logical explanation for every piece of so-called evidence against me, and yet you've been trailing me like a bloodhound. People seem to want to believe I am guilty. Over the last few months, Jake grew distant. Distant and dark somehow. Something in him changed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but he was no longer the gentleman he used to be. In fact, he scared me. It all began the day he met Evelyn, Master Theliron's apprentice. She healed him of what we all believed to be a fatal wound he suffered hunting boars. I think he became obsessed by her, or obsessed by the secrets I just know she holds. Talk to this woman. There is more to her than meets the eye. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she belongs to that sect. You know, to those who worship a goddess without name and practice rituals of I never liked her from the moment I met her. Men cannot see past her beauty, but I have gazed her in the eye and it was death that leered back at me. She hails from Silverglen, a village in the forest north of Sicil. How she made it past the undead without a Legion escort, I'll never know. Though I can hazard an eerie guess. If anyone killed my Jake, it must be her. She had her claws in him for many long months, and finally she must have cut too deeply.
Legion's greetings, Hunter. You claimed to possess evidence that it used for cookery, was it? Well, so it was Jake's? Of course. He read it so as to outfox...
Legion, should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
Snake, wing of worm, broom and spice them.
Source Hunter. A sight for... I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards Source Hunters than he is. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition, and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction. The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil, after all. No longer do I feel that way, though. Too many of my soldiers have fallen. The dead must be put down without mercy, if we can. The bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle every night. The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. I fear for their safety. There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
Sir! No, sir!
Oh, what now? Yes. Discover. Have you found any incriminating? So, you found a blooded knife in Esmeralda's cellar. Guess you can scratch the top candidate off your list of cliched clues then. Not exactly enough. The knife, the book, the letter. They seem harmless enough by themselves, but in conjunction, they do paint a pretty grim picture. Fine then. If you're certain she did it, then I shall have Esmeralda arrested. Your responsibility, Source Hunter. Surely you have exhausted all the evidence that was to be found. No. A good bloodhound knows when the trail has gone cold. So be a good dog now, won't you? Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
No, it's the actual killer we're looking for, not an intermediary. Let's not lose focus. Come, you know how setting a person free gives me a little thrill.
All right, we'll do it your way.
Why bring up the subject of arresting someone if you don't dare go through with it? Damn waste of time, you!
Circumstantial? Puh. Everyone in town knows Esmeralda was gunning for Jake's life. You know I love taking the bull by the horns. How about letting me take charge on this one?
No, we'll do as I say.
How about you make up your mind before addressing...
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private? Sir! No, sir! Those folks in Barry
Welcome back to Seal Hunter.
How can the legions? You don't look like you're. Thank you for.
Sir, no, sir. Those fools that embarrass a bridge drop get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You... This is the finest show in the land!
Oh, that Gallagher is quite the performer. One of my own ilk. Oh. You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
This is the...
Stefan! I will never forget you. I will never love again. Oh, what's the point anymore?
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer.
It's all over. What do you think you are doing? Hey, stop that! Hey, you there! Cut!
Tempests of Winter's Core, to my aid!
I'm stuck!
Another innocent has fallen. Civilian losses are unavoidable. Focus less on mourning the dead and more on seizing victory.
You've noticed that Woolgraf has been lingering by the dead body of the person you've just slain, watching his own reflection mirrored in blood. His face is set in a grim snarl, and his eyes are locked in a 1,000-yard stare. Woolgraf nods. He seems to understand perfectly well this was not a normal situation.
Not here, not now. We'll be better off speaking in the privacy. It won't be the word.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Here somewhere. I want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood. Now, that tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind, can't have gotten far.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use, the world belongs to the young, they say, and Boris will live to take his piece. Thank you for your help in this matter. Far be it from her to tell her master what in the seventh name she's up to. The girl flew from here like she just heard the location of the Philosopher's Stone. She even left her pouch unattended in the next room. Most unlike her, to be sure. She usually keeps it within sight at all times. Very strange she'd leave it behind. It's in the next room if you'd like to take a look. I'd try her house, for starters. It's not far from here. I'll mark the location on your map. Certainly, what would you like to know? I've applied myself to that problem. I declare it an act of the Almighty.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Big problem than a set of silver arrows. Let us see.
And dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
I mustn't have used it correctly. She's got a lair on the beach, does she?
Body.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomato. That thief is free for now, but I wonder how long it'll be until his growling belly said you thank you for making that would-be thief see reason. I only hope your instruction lasts. The last thing...
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold.
Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little
Well, hello there. What are ye staring at? Go, scallywag, Captain.
For the whale of the good stuff.
Sorry, sir.
How can I help you, my friend? By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. His body is gone? It seems too improbable. I myself... Now, it may well be... I can... They say... I say, it took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage. How and why he came to be there, no one... I can't say much more, but that they're mad. And what might those be?
Greetings! These swords are for our Legion troops. Live alongside, work up my appetite, sir.
Drink and...
Know much about zombies, do you?
Better to evacuate.
We'll have none of that, you hear? Source hunters here.
To leave the city is to venture into...
Salutation! You don't look like you're... Thank you for heeding...
I'm warm as fresh
Beyond
apple
these
pie.
walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
My kingdom for a dry shirt.
Tempests of Winter's Call! To my aid! I cast from the depths of my will.
just want to watch the world burn.
I'm tripping. South of the Seven.
Welcome back to Seal Hunter.
Feeling
The
hot
Legion
under the
greets
collar.
you.
Back on my feet again.
Into the fray once more.
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pocket.
Fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge. Providing you can afford it, I'll be happy to supply you with all the gear you'll need while swinging swords alongside the fabulous... Oh, darling, that was so long ago now. Well, you are a member of the eminent Fabulous Five, after all.
You there, cut it out.
For hope, for glory, for victory!
What depraved sorcery is this? I must focus.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
I mustn't have used it correctly. I mustn't have used it correctly.
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Dancing dugongs, you nearly starved.
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer. How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
How fares your first quest, hero and hunter? Fabulously exciting, I'll bet. Who? Tom? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, hold on. Yes, of course, Tom! One of our most recent additions to the Fellowship. Brave kid, smart as a tack. He'll prove to be a wonderful addition to the family yet. Mendius, at your service.
Any takers? Come on, you chicken!
Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots on your way in. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism for my part. That band of... Why don't he...
What? Oh, it's you! What news? You managed to drive him away? But what if someone wants to see Victoria dead? Hear you me. You must stop that dog by any means necessary. As mayor of Sicil, you have my permission to take drastic measures if need be. to embarrass a Bridgetroll. Get to signing recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Source hunters here.
Hey, stop that! How can I help you, my friend? I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. How can I help you, my friend?
I mustn't have used it correctly.
Barracks! March! Recruits!
God, duty's not so bad. Hey, back again. Got any juicy stories? This Jake business is quite the scandal. Then again, but I imagine... Oh, it's an unparalleled pleasure having a fresh ear of... That fusspot said what? Something you'd like to say to my face?
I haven't a thing to say to you. I'm on duty.
Duty, indeed. Put up your fists.
Are you mad? We're guards, not drunks on the street.
Enough! What is this barbarism? Back to your post at once!
Sir, this is an important matter. A matter of honor.
Such matters are to be settled on your own time. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Such bickering is all that thieves need to sneak by unnoticed.
It won't happen again, sir.
It better damn well not. Report!
Nothing to report, sir.
You never have anything to report.
Isn't that a good thing? That old spoilsport Horatius can gripe all he wants. I won't let him affect my disposition. No, sir.
You've caused enough distractions, I think.
Desist, prowler. None shall pass through this door, for with my very life do I guard the Legion's riches. This is a storing house for Legion supplies, perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And my guarding of this door has been more steadfast than the coming of the tides. Nothing can make me back down from my duty. A peak, indeed. I wasn't entrusted.
Sir, this is an important matter. A matter of honor.
Such matters are to be settled on your own time. Understood?
Understood.
Desist, prowler. None shall pass.
That old spoilsport Horatius. That old spoilsport Horatius can gripe all he wants. I won't let him affect my disposition. No, sir.
Salutations! Source hunters, This is a storing house for Legion supply. My guarding of this door has been more steadfast than the coming of the tides. Nothing can make me back down from my duty. Well, I suppose I'd be a fool to suspect a source hunter of petty theft. Have a look around, then.
Nothing to report, sir.
You never have anything to report.
Isn't that a good thing?
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Another perfect heist. You sneak with the subtlety of a tried and true cat burglar. I wasn't, in fact, complimenting you. I was pointing out that you're behaving like a villain, not the heroes we're perceived to be. Fat cat, dirty...
Well, I was really hoping to find something better.
Report?
Still nothing, sir. Oh, there just aren't any thieves around.
If there were no thieves, why would we be guarding this place? Think!
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil
Feel like I've
lurks
just had a
beyond
long
Sci-Fi's
bath in a cold
ramparts.
lake.
Ready to advance, ready to
According to his diary, this bloke couldn't put down his dogs even after he knew them to be infected. They are only innocent beasts after all, and appear to pose no threat of harm.
soaked to the skin.
Mercy me. It walks, but it's not dead. I wasn't entirely certain I'd ever meet anyone any more fitting that description. The name's Wolfram, and it's a delight to make your acquaintance. Good to see, by the by, you don't belong to the Legion. 10 of their number accompanied me on a fact-finding mission to an ancient burial mound. But, as it turns out, they stood a snowflake's chance in hell against the undead. Not that I reckon my chance is any higher, though, especially with that vicious undead mutt prowling the grounds around this here ruin. I'd go so far as to say I'm in dire need of an armed escort back to the city, as a matter of fact. I'm an archaeologist and connoisseur of the undead. Because of my expertise, Lieutenant Selenia, a commander of the Legion in Sicile, wanted me to investigate the ancient burial mound just outside of town, hoping to uncover the source of the zombie plague. No such luck, though. Quite so. I live for the dead, so to speak. The combination of archaeology and a case of incidental necromantic magic is what sparked my interest in the field. Of course, I'll be glad to share what knowledge I have obtained over the years. Zombies are the results of vile necromancy in action. Among the resurrected dead, there are those who used to be wizards, and they can cast spells still. They slay their prey and bring them back as deathless thralls that fester with the diseases of decay. Should you encounter these menaces, always try to pick them off from afar. Don't let them get close, or they'll riddle you with the poisons and the blight that afflict them. These ones in particular, the ones around Sicile, are the resurrected soldiers of Brachus, the last and most infamous in the line of sorcerer kings. He himself is supposed to be buried somewhere around here, but no one knows where the actual grave is. Long have I searched and deep have I dug, but so far I haven't found anything more spectacular than rusted weaponry and shards of pottery. Be that as it may, Brachus's soldiers stalk these lands anew, and they still fight like veterans. I told those fools of legionnaires to bring maces instead of swords. You know, weapons that crush these skeleton bones, not blades that may ricochet right off. Hell, even a sturdy branch would do the job better. But they didn't listen, and now they're dead. Oh, and don't be surprised if the dead use an unusual amount of magic against you. These soldiers were loyal to a sorcerer king after all. Dark magic. I'll never make it back to Sicile alone.
Indeed.
Marvelous. Mighty.
Wargrave is all resolved now that a rescue mission's underway. Like a knight protector, he stands by the stranded archaeologist.
Let's get this man back to Sicile, comrades. Not even a flea will harm him while he's under our care.
I've one foot in the grave here. Help me! Another one bites the puddling belly.
Spirits of eternal flame to my aid!
I've one foot in the grave here. Help me!
Fire starter!
opens to welcome you.
Face the unending darkness.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Please, crush these fiends before they crush me!
I need to dry off.
I'm 1 foot in the grave here! Help me!
Face the unending darkness.
Yes! Another one bites the puddle it fell in!
I've got all the remedies!
You did it! We made it! Oh, cheers for escorting me to safety. You're a godsend, you are. I'll be in the King Crab, clearing the dust from my throat. The drinks are on me if you'd like to partake.
Welcome back to Sci-Sail,
Oh, I
Hunter.
could do with a cold
the
drink.
Legion greets you.
A stitch at time, hey, my friends?
Good luck out there, Hunter.
I need to
Evil
go.
lurks beyond Seal's ramparts.
The undead love poison. They soak it up like